4 out of 5 employees, after receiving negative feedback, actually start job hunting. Hello there everybody, how you doing? My name is Mukhtar. Constructive feedback can be difficult for both the manager, the person giving the feedback, and also the person receiving the feedback. Check this out. 4 out of 5 employees, after receiving negative feedback, actually start job hunting. This is according to a workplace survey conducted by Gallup in 2018. If feedback is done badly, it can erode trust, lower morale, and leave your employees feeling disappointed and disengaged. But if constructive feedback is done well, however, it could be a learning experience and, dare I say, even motivating. So I'm going to share with you 3 things that you should consider doing when giving critical feedback. These things are often missed, they're often ignored when people give critical feedback. But if you do these 3 things, it should really enhance the way you give feedback and maybe even turn it into an energizing exchange. Alright, just quickly, if you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel so that you can get more videos like this. And also, remember to hit the notification sign so that you can know when videos come out. And feel free to share this video with other people so that they can benefit. Now, let me tell you a quick story. A long time ago in my past, my colleague and I had a meeting with our manager. This meeting was right after lunch. So we had to do a quick lunch and we didn't even really have time to eat our lunch. So my colleague actually took his lunch in a bag and we went for this meeting with our manager. So now when we arrived in the office, before we actually had the time to settle down, our manager actually started yelling at us. And he was doing this in public. On top of that, he was pointing his finger, accusatory, at us, right, while he was yelling. So this was a pretty bad situation. So my colleague took his lunch, threw it in the trash, and then walked out. Don't ask what I did. So there are many things that the manager did wrong here. I mean, the pointing, doing it in public, yelling. All right, but I would like you to compare this with another scenario. So there's this team lead I had. Let's call him Emmanuel. Emmanuel was tough, a no-nonsense type of guy. And whenever he would have feedback, and he did have a lot of feedback for me, he would always say something like, I want you to be good. I want you to be better than me. And I was just with him for about 8 months, and he had a profound impact on me that till today I still remember how he gave feedback. And whenever he gave feedback, it was energizing, it was motivating, it was inspiring. And lastly, let me tell you about this fascinating study. The results from this study were so incredible that sometimes this method of feedback is called the magic feedback method. All right, here's the story. Psychologists from Stanford, Yale, and Columbia had some middle school students write an essay. The essays were then graded by their teachers, and 2 types of feedback were provided. One, the magic feedback formula, and the other, the normal feedback formula. Daniel Coyle, the author of The Culture Code, mentions this study in his book and also on his website as well. And he mentioned that the students who got the magic feedback formula ended up revising their essays at a rate of 40% higher than those who didn't get the magic feedback formula. And for a particular group of students, that number actually went up to 320%. Right? And the feedback that was given is this. I'm giving you these comments because I have very high expectations and I know that you can reach them. All right, so now let's tie this together. In the 2 scenarios, in the scenario of me getting feedback from Emmanuel, in the scenario of the students getting the magic feedback formula from their teachers, 3 things were conveyed in the feedback. Number 1, the person giving the feedback wanted what's best for the receiver of the feedback. Number 2, the person giving the feedback had very high expectations. Number 3, the person giving the feedback conveyed that they knew that the receiver of the feedback could actually meet those expectations. Alright, so these are the 3 things that should be present in any constructive feedback you give. So just quickly, there's some things you need to keep in mind when using these 3 things in your constructive feedback. First of all, don't assume that the other person receiving your feedback knows. You'll be surprised at how much feedback out there don't have these three things. I've received a lot of feedback, and I've also given a lot of feedback as well. And a lot of times, these three things are not present. So this is also a reminder for myself as well. And giving constructive feedback can be a difficult discussion sometimes. It can bring out the fight flight impulses in people. So you don't want to leave anything to chance. You want to convey the three things that we just talked about. And remember that 4 out of 5 people start looking for a job after getting critical feedback. So you want to ensure that you convey these three things and don't assume that the other person knows. So the second thing you want to keep in mind is you want to be authentic in how you express your feedback. So you don't need to use the exact same words that I shared with you in the examples. The way that an executive will give feedback to a VP is different from the way a manager will give feedback to a fresh graduate. But in both cases, you will be more effective if you're able to convey in your feedback that you want what's best for the receiver of the feedback and you also have faith in them. All right, so remember, the next time that you're going to give constructive feedback, remember to convey these three things: that you want what's best for the other person, and that you have high expectations from the other person, and that you know that they can actually meet those expectations. And this should hopefully turn that potentially sensitive situation into an inspiring one. All right, so if you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And also don't forget to subscribe to the channel so that you can get more videos like this. And also don't forget to hit on the notification sign that lets you know when videos come out. And feel free to share this video with other people so that they can benefit. Until next time, take care.